Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a little demonstration of 30 minutes with Janome sewing machine. My name is Celine Ross, and I am an educator for Janome Canada. So, as the title said, I already did, but I'll show you what I did with the printed panel for baby. So I made it sort of a quilt. It's not a traditional quilt, trust me, okay? But it's just, this is all to learn the machine, learn the functionality, and then see some different stitches and different technique, okay? So I'm saying hi to everybody who's logging in, and you know, as usual, later today I recognize all the name. I'm saying hello. I don't want to mention one, then I forget the other one. But I'll show you what I did. It's not totally finished, but almost finished. But printed panel for baby. You said, oh, it's going to be fast, huh? Hours and hours, and I didn't do that much. But I from hot and humid Virginia. Oh, here too. Does it show? Oh, yo. Okay, so I can't wait for the snow. And I mean it. Okay, so I will turn the camera, and today I will move again many times the camera. You know, I don't have a big space, so I will move to show you. Okay, so I turn and I bend the camera for you to see. I think I'm gonna hold it in my hand. Hold on. Okay, there you go. And then I'll explain to you everything I did. Okay, so many techniques, as you can see. Decorative stitches, top stitching, stippling, ruler work, decorative stitches. So you see, huh? I hope I'm not going too fast. Okay, so I'll put back the camera on the stand. And lucky I didn't touch any wrong buttons. Okay, so that's a great quilt panel to work. Yes, exactly. Okay, so I'm telling you right away, I have the panel. I didn't wash it, but I starched it because I knew I would do some decorative stitches on the panel. So I starched my panel. I used you must be aware of Material Magic. I'm saying to you, I'm showing you a bottle, but I want to remind you that if your bottle is empty, Janome sells the refill. Patricia, oh, love this stitch in the decorative serpentine. You'll see. Maybe you'll have a surprise. Okay, so I didn't sew anything. It's a printed panel, but I pretend I sew and I stitch in the ditch and all of those nice real quilting technique, but this is just top stitching. Okay, so I starched my fabric, and then what I did, to embellish, I didn't want to embellish just on cotton, so I used cotton and batting. Then I embellish on both thicknesses. Okay, so because I starch it first, look how nice are the stitches. No puckering, nothing, nowhere. And what did I use? Well, I use everything from my CM17 or 15 or 12 or you know, any Janome machine 9550, you have decorative stitches, M7. But here I want to use something according to the printing. So printing is star and hearts. So that's all I wanted to use. Well, I use also, I would say flag, but not sure if I have the right word, okay? So I just want to use something related to this panel. I don't want to put flower here, huh? So where did I find them? So I'll turn my camera for the lady who have the, if I cannot enlarge. Okay, so I went into my category. Oh, it's in French. Language, English, okay. So I went to, I don't know if it's children or kids, hold on. Kids, I'm sorry. And I wanted to see what this category offers me. I don't see them all, but if I if I turn the page, I'm sorry, here all the design, and this is what I use, the designs that related to this panel. You see the bear, stars, hearts. Well, you know what this is, huh? I don't know how to say. I would say flag, but I'm not sure if I have the right word, okay? So I'll turn the camera again to come back on the panel. So this is what I did first. Every little rectangle, I did something except the one that has already a print. You know, this panel can never be finished, huh? You can, flag or pen, thank you, okay. So you know what, one day I'll be perfectly bilingual. So thanks to you, to be there. So then when I did this, I said, oh, it looks like I just embellished. So I'm going to top stitch, pretending that I'm stitching in the ditch, or pretending there's a seam, or just to make this be a little bit more thicker, you know, just to give it. So every rectangle, square, strips, every one of them, I top stitch them, okay, with a straight stitch, but a thick thread, size, I should say weight, weight, 12 weight, and my regular needle, which is a red tip needle, and of course stitch length at 5. I appreciate all the functionality. Doing this little thing here, it's almost nothing. This is a cute panel, but practice on this panel. You see, I use my lock stitch, I use my sequence, you know, you have to, I don't want to repeat, I didn't want to go further, so I use all the nice electronic functionality that Janome machines offer, okay? So the thread, if you see, it's really thick, it's 12, not even a problem. And you know, with that thread, you don't use the thread cutter of any Janome machine. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of water, sorry. So before I did the straight stitches everywhere, I said I won't do it just on cotton and batting. I'm gonna add my minky at the back, because this is minky. So before you add your minky, you have to place it good, you know. So you know, the soft towards the bottom, always. You don't want to go across. You see, this is not nice. Always the soft. So I made sure. And I'm going to turn, but look how nice it is. Even the back. With the top stitching. Hey, this is wonderful. This has to be, okay. So then, I'm going to show you some tools that I use, sewing tools that are not Janome, but Janome provide the sewing machine and the accessories, but not. So what I did here to top stitch, I use, of course, Janome magnet to hold my needles, and I use my long clover pins, okay? And if you hold everything together, you see, you put a lot, huh? And when you put a lot, they fall, they hurt you. I'm not sure if you're aware of these things here. Do you know this? Let me take a color that you will see. This is a kind of rubber. And what I did everywhere, I just put it there. And they don't fall. I don't hurt my thread. What thread did you use in bobbin? I use size polyester, size 80. 80. You see the result? And I use off-white because it's inside the minky. Okay? And 12 weight on top. So you see, I use many long pins, and you have some also extra long, but it's a glass head round. This is good also, okay? But just to show you, it's easy. You know, with age, I'm losing. I'm not, you know, before I could pull one little thread. Today I need the tweezers. So I like when I hold my needles good, and I add this at the end. You know, they sell this by the bag. Oh, I really like it. So to sew all my lines, this is what I use. But to hold the side here, okay, this is what I used. I'll read it to you because Wonder Pin. Okay. This is from Clover. It's a bit expensive, huh? 20 pieces. So I use them on the wide where it didn't work, okay? And I didn't touch this. It was really, you know, it suits me. I was happy with this. I said, probably they know it, maybe they don't know it. They don't know these things. These are the tools that really helps me, okay? And of course, Janome magnet, huh? How can you live without it? Huh? Okay, so this is what I use. And then I did my top stitch everywhere. Then I want to use more Janome functionality. So I'm going to enlarge. Do you see here a long heart and then swirl and heart and swirl? Well, this is a decorative stitches. It's called, I'm going to read it to you from the screen. Hold on. Whoops. Long. It's just long. L-O-N-G. Okay? So this goes fast. You're so fast. So I said, oh, I'm going to embellish just this purple line, printed line here, because this is a full panel, huh? So then when I embellish it with I said, oh, it doesn't look enough because everything is top stitch. So I top stitch each side. You know, you have to be careful because also I heard that sentence, less is more. But I didn't have to change my thread. I didn't want to put too much, but I want to play with my stitches. You see, like this, no, I want to show you. See, the stars here. Oh, so I put the stars. Okay, where there's heart, I put heart. Just to make sure that everything goes together. You know, there's no room here for flowers, huh? And then when I top stitch everything, I really be careful here, and I top stitch, oops, no, you don't see. Then I top stitch this part. But all my top stitching, this is ruler quilting, but I top stitch this part first to make sure my ruler quilting will be, all the fabric, the two seam will hold all the thicknesses together. And on my machine, I use, on many Janome machine, I use the ruler work foot, okay? You can use any of the rulers from this Janome set, okay? But I did use this ruler. So this ruler has a long wave and short wave, and this is what I used, okay? It was attached to the machine, and I just followed this without a problem. Then I went onto the other side, and I did the same thing. So on the long side, this is Janome. You can use also the application on your machine. When I'll go to the screen after, I'll show you the application. So ruler work, and I could see very well because of the opening in the front. You see, it's like or a U or it's not a V. This is more a U than anything else, and it's the QR foot with the application. So when I did my line on the side, on top, I crisscrossed them with my ruler just to do something else. Always my stitch, I be careful to maintain the same stitch length. I didn't go that fast because I'm not so great with quilting. And then came the quilting. So I'll move this on the side here to show you what I did. I didn't want to bind after, okay? So I went on my artistic digitizer, okay? And I measured the width I want and the length I need. I didn't want to go closer to my top stitch line here. And I didn't want to go too close here because what I like to do is this from the back. You know the fabric from the back? So I said, if I'm stippling all the way up, so with the software, you know, we can give the width and the length we want. To make sure I did this, I used the longest hoop, huh? So I did my test. And I said, am I doing this? You see the stippling on the artistic digitizer? And of course, I'm suggesting you to watch Anne Hines' video every Thursday about her software classes, okay? But I said, no, now I have cotton, batting, minky, and minky is thick, huh? So I said, no, this is too small stippling. So you see with the software what you can do? And this is my template. I print my template with the center, the mark, crosshair, okay? So you see, so from this to this, just by changing a number, it's so easy. And then I was able to position. I didn't have a hard time because this was longer on the side, so I didn't have a hard time. And I do appreciate my hoops with the two lever on the side and the magnet. You know, when you do a project, it's like you really appreciate all the functionality of your tool, of your Janome tools, okay? And then at the end, this is when it's all finished. I like to fold twice the excess. So what do I leave on the side? 1 inch excess of the backing fabric, and I fold it twice to cover, just to come to my stitches, my stippling. And I will use my HP2 foot. You know, when you use HP, let's say I was doing decorative stitches with my my AcuFeed Flex, it wouldn't be nice at the back. You know, at the back, I just want my lines, just straight lines. That's all I wanted. So this is what I'm going to do here, using my 1/4 inch HP2 foot, HP2, and a long stitch to go all the way around. Now let's go to the machine. Oh yeah, and I want to talk to you about this, okay? You know these things, huh? These are clips, wonder clips they call. I do prefer Clover tools, because Clover, the quality, you know, you all know that I have a sewing school, and I have girls, they come with pin, needle, clips, you know, the tools that I understand they're happy. They didn't pay much. They order online. I don't know from which country. Okay. But I found, you see, like this is Clover. I never found the flower on the floor. But the plastic one, when they leave, I clean my floor after a class. And I found this on the floor. This breaks. You know, they're not as strong as Clover. Not as much size, and the quality is different. The spring is not the same. See, this is way too big, but I just want to show you that they have a big clip and a medium clip and a very small one. Anyway, good. You know, we have such good machines. Of course, use the tool you have, but the good tools, when it's time to buy tools, go for the best. You're the best, go for the best. Okay, so I'm turning the camera, okay, to show you the screen of the machine, because I work on the Continental M17, but any Janome machine offers you, I say any good, you know, not the basic, huh? As long as it's electronic machine, okay? So to do my ruler work, I like this option, sewing application. And I was quilting, ruler work. That's it. I did medium because it was really thicker fabric, okay? When I use now I'm answering a question that a lady asked me, okay? Let's say I'm coming back on regular sewing. Okay, so the lady said, when I use my AccuFeed Flex, I cannot use it for decorative stitches. It's not true. She just didn't know. So let's say I want to use my AccuFeed system, okay? AccuFeed system, it says AD, but here I use the open toe because I want to show you that I can do decorative stitches with AccuFeed system. How do we do this on this machine? Okay, you see the 3 lines here? 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Manual dual feed setting on. Okay. Okay. All my stitches are there. Can I do decorative stitches? I'm going to do a quilt, just a quilt. Let's say I'm going to do this one, a quilt technique or whatever. Do we have, okay, this. Any one of them is good, okay? So look at the machine, if I can enlarge. So I have an open toe and just let go. Look, everything is working perfect. And it's a 9mm. So I'll let it finish. Okay, lock stitch, cut my thread. And you know, with the thick thread, any Janome machine, you don't use the thread cutter, huh? You see, decorative stitches, even with the AccuFeed Flex, okay? I'm coming back on the screen here. So it was just, no, like this. Okay, it was just those 3 lines here. Manual dual feed system, on or off. You don't want it anymore, it's finished, you're back to normal, okay? So this is something that many ladies said, oh, it's so bad, such a nice machine, but I cannot use decorative stitches with that foot. Well, they just didn't know. about this little thing here. You know, sometimes we read something and we don't know what it means. Okay, so I use also my embroidery foot to do the stippling, my ruler work with the functionality. And because I did the decorative stitches only on cotton and batting, it was thin, so I use the F foot without a problem. If the batting is really thick, use the AccuFeed Flex without the removing this functionality, manual drill feed system. And then I'll turn the camera again, and then hold on. So the last thing I will have to do is I will have to top stitch this, okay? But I want to turn, let me turn the piece of fabric to show you. Okay, look at the back. The back is so nice, even it's clean. I could embroider and unsign or sign it or prepare to do something, embroider something. But you know what? It was a lot of work just doing this. It's a lot of work. And you see how clean is the back? Oh, I love my machine. What can I say? All of them, any model. And the quilting, maybe now it's not, it looks wrinkled, but it's not. Don't worry. Okay? So, and then afterward, you clean this. Even this here, it looks like the fabric is made this way. And if you don't want to see too much of the zigzag, it's not a zigzag, but if you just want to, you just have to, if you just want to see a straight line, so just brush a little bit the hair from the quilt, and look at this. It's like you stamp, your the back is beautiful, just the way it is. Yeah, exactly. Clean. You know, like I said, less is more. Trust me, I didn't invent this. I learned this from you girls. And look at the nice front. So, and like I said, you see, I use this is the teddy bear face. And you see, when you use Janome functionality of the machine, you have exactly the same length that you need. So I change color. You see, on green I put yellow, on yellow I put green, on pink I put the purple, on purple I put pink, and I like variegated thread. So my stippling, I didn't use a thick thread. I use a thread size 30 or thread count 30. Thread count, no, or weight 30. Patricia, okay. Embroidery on the back of the quilt will make, oh, hold on, will make it scratchy for baby. Oh, you know what? You're right. You know what? That's something I didn't think of. Okay, that's good. Okay, but this is so soft here. And okay, so I was saying this is thick thread, this is thin thread, 30, 12. All the top stitching, it's 12 because I really want to show it. Now you see it. You see? And if I move this, whoops, sorry. 12, 30. I didn't want to use the thick thread because the stitches are not long. I didn't, you know, I did this with the artistic digitizer, but artistic digitizer, you can change the length. But I just want to try something different everywhere, to manipulate my machine and to learn something different all the time, okay? Then I'll top stitch the side, the sides here. I'll put more clips. But if you want, if it's not enough, whoops, hold on. Okay, if it's not enough, you can do free arm here, free motion here, or just around the teddy bear, free arm. You know, it's ready like this. If you want to add more, there's no limit. Here it would be easy to go around the star. It would be easy to go around the star. and around the heart. Or if you want, no embroidery, it's too thick now. Okay, so I hope that from all of this you learn a few, or it reminds you, maybe you didn't learn, maybe you forgot, and now you say, oh, that's true, I forgot about that, I can do it. If you think this took 5 hours to make, maybe, for sure, between 10 and 15 hours of work. It's not, if it's fast, it's not straight, it's wavy. But we have to take our time, and I appreciate also the speed control of our machine. You know, when we go out and buy, let's say a sewing machine, oh, I don't need this, oh, I can control, oh, when you have it, it's, oh, thank God I bought it, I bought this model. It offers me so many functionality and makes my sewing easier. Okay, so of your work, great. Okay, thank you, Claire. So okay, I want to turn the camera back. Okay, and this is the fan. So sorry, my white hair are all over the place. So I'm saying thank you for watching this little live, and I wish you to make a little panel one day. It doesn't have to be for baby, but this month, Janome asked us to do something for babies. So there'll be the last one next week. It'll be Baby's Nest. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a good week.